Hi, my name is Gary from Facelift Promotion, and we're going to provide some valuable information to prepare you to start streaming on Facebook or YouTube in a very economic way. The church as you know today isn't the same church as you knew back in the 80s or the 90s. Matter of fact, churches have changed drastically. Many conditions of the world causes the church to push in a different direction. As we're coming out of the pandemic, you can see how the church has grasped the virtual reality. Now, before the pandemic, we was all talking about getting online. But since the pandemic, you was forced online. If you're not in the virtual world, then you are losing a lot of the population that will go to church online. I would like to go over some valuable information to assist you with getting online and becoming a virtual church as well as an in-person church. We're going to go over a few things such as video streaming. We're going to go over how to set your scene and make your scene very pleasing to the eye when you're filming. Also, dealing with the budget. You want to have a budget that you can work with. Since we're dealing with an economic solution, it's going to be very important that we work with your budget and also accomplish the task. Also, we're going to be dealing with how to purchase your equipment, what to look for, those small features to really make a difference so that you can have a good quality production. Also, we're going to be selecting software that can use online and software that you can use offline. And also make adjustments to your audio and your sound equipment so that you can get the best quality out of your production. Then after that, you can begin streaming on YouTube and Facebook and engaging your audience. Let's focus on setting up your scene for filming. You want to make sure the area in which you're filming is very pleasing to the eye and is comparable to what you're doing and where you're at. Many of us are actually doing ministry in various ways. We're doing ministry from the pulpit. We're doing ministry from the desktop. No matter where you're doing ministry at, whether you're at home in your office or on location at the church, you want to make sure that you eliminate all the distractions that will cause your viewers to start looking around instead of listening to your sermon. So definitely take a few minutes to put things in order. Make sure that trash is not in the way or things are not out of order. You want to make sure that all of these things is in perfect line because it will make a difference. Now that you're ready to start your virtual ministry, first thing you want to do is you want to take a look at what it's going to take to make that possible. First thing you need to do is start looking at how much money you want to spend, how much you can afford. Well, we're not really looking at a big production camera, but we could work with a small one and get good quality because it's going to be based off the small features that you need in order to get good sound and good video. Now that we kind of put together a budget, now we can start spending. We can start looking at the equipment that fits our budget. And that's important. That way we won't be looking all over the world and doing window shopping for something that we can't afford. So let's take a look at the type of equipment that you want or that you definitely need and the features that you just cannot do without. Of course, if you get a video camera, that video camera has to have a mic input. Why is that? Because a lot of times you hear somebody recording and it sounds like their message is in a hallway or very far back. You can't get the clarity which you like to hear as if they was on the radio. So that mic input does make that difference. Why? Because when they're speaking in the mic, it's going through the sound system and straight to the camera. Oh, what a pleasant sound it is. Also, when you're looking for a video camera, the video camera should be at least HD quality. But now if you decide that you can afford a camera with 4K, then you have to consider the storage capacity because 4K does produce large files, but it's all right. It produces very good video quality. So those are some of the things that you have to consider when purchasing your video camera. And that's very, very basic.
Let's take a look at some equipment that will fit right into your budget. This is a Canon Vixia HF R600. It has a full HD camcorder with 3-inch touchscreen and 57 times advanced zoom. And that means that you will be able to be far back in order to get everything that's within your view from a long distance there. Also, it's not a bad price for $359. I know it might kind of crunch your budget a little bit, but I think this is a good start here. Also, it has the video capture resolution that we're looking for, which is 1080p, and that is HD quality. Also, let's take a look at some of the other features. As you can see, the display is extended, and that is great because it keeps you from attaching another monitor to the equipment because you already have that display monitor right there. And let's take a look at one of the main features that a lot of people actually don't think about, because a lot of us take the camcorder and we'll just do some general filming like we do in home movies. But because you're running a production, you want to consider the mic input. The mic input is very important because this is how you get your quality sound. This is an HD capture card, which is very important in what you're trying to achieve. It would take the signal from your camera, transfer it to your computer, and it would get streamed to the different outlets such as YouTube and Facebook. Also, the card has to be attached with the HDMI, just like I showed you on the camera. So this is how it all comes together. As you can see, it's a very affordable price. It fits right into your budget for $68.99. And accessories that you will have to purchase to add to this collection would be your HDMI cable, along with your 3.5mm jack, which you're going to need for your audio device as well.
Also, you want to make sure you can purchase sound equipment. Sound equipment normally comes with the church, but just in case you're starting fresh, you definitely need a mic system, a mic board.
This soundboard is perfect for what you're doing. For $99, it fits right into your budget, and the features is overwhelming. 4-channel compact studio mixer with built-in effects and a user interface such as the USB and as well as the XLR, perfect for mic systems. This will also put you in a position to send your sound straight from your camera to your computer, and also you can package that sound in an MP3 that would be good for audio type of devices as well as sending it straight to the radio. And also your sound quality will be great when it's streaming your video.
When you go virtual, you have to consider also the software package. The software package that you probably have, which a lot of us have, is Zoom or GoToMeeting or some type of streaming service application that will connect you to your audience. Well, I personally use GoToMeeting, but of course everyone is using Zoom. But one thing about that software, you have to pay close attention. When you're doing functions such as just simply talking to individuals and you're in front of the camera, not doing a lot of moving around or actually having a lot of band noise, then Zoom and GoToMeeting type of conference software has a problem with sound. So when you actually have a loud band, Zoom may not work very well when it comes down to sound. You definitely have to have special hookup and make sure filters are in place to be able to provide that quality sound. Also, when you're dealing with that particular software as well, when a lot of people are talking at one time, sometimes it seems like it's kind of not getting everybody in fit in. So it's really good for conferencing. It's good for 1 or 2 people to talk at one time, or else your bandwidth also will suffer as well. But let's take a look at what you can use for an offline software, which is OBS. OBS is a free software. But for the basic part of using the software, you would get great quality, and also it would look exceptionally well. But definitely OBS is one of the top picks that I use so that I can get that quality that I would love to look at if I was looking at your church service. Well, it's important to take a look at your equipment before you start streaming. Make sure that you make all the video adjustments and the audio adjustment. Make sure the camera is on. Make sure that the sound equipment and accessories are connected. You'd be amazed how you might be in a rush and you're not careful about these things. You'll record a whole service and you won't have the quality sound that you should have because something wasn't connected. So it's important that you pay attention to those adjustments. Dealing with a staff that is dedicated to video, it will definitely be a great help. Well, you don't need a lot of people because maybe because of the budget, you won't have a lot of cameras to actually run. Let's say you're running one camera and also you have a computer that you're connecting your software through. Well, definitely take the time to test everything. It will make a difference in the quality, and also you will be pleased and you'll make better engagement. Now you're ready to start streaming. Make sure your software is ramped up. Make sure everything is turned on. Do some test runs. Make sure that the audio is coming through clear, and also you're not having video blotches coming through. Sometimes when that happens, maybe your bandwidth or your internet connection is not solid. Always give yourself enough time to make sure that all of these small things is taken care of.